Okay, it hasn't quite been 1 month yet, but I'm going to do a review of the statement piece by Raquel Welch. So I think it was like August 3rd when I did like the unboxing of her. And I have tried to wear her as much as I possibly can. Now, I do not wear my wigs to work. Sometimes I wear hair pieces and braid them in with my own hair just so that it kind of looks like I have extra hair. But the more expensive wigs I do not wear to work. So I purchased the statement piece off of sisterswigs.com. I had a coupon code, I think it was 30% off. So the original price for the statement piece by Raquel Welch is $296.65. With my discount, it took off $118, so I paid $177.99. The color I purchased was R1621S Plus, and that is glazed sand. It is not rooted. It is an ashy tone with super highlighted around the face. So, like I said, I've been wearing her as much as I possibly can. And I wore her camping over the holiday weekend. And I was not quite ready to wash her yet. Normally what I do with my wigs is I take them off each night and I give them a light little mist with water and fabric softener mixed up in a bottle and just kind of give it a light little mist. So, but you know, when you're camping, we were wearing mosquito spray, the off spray stuff, and it got into the hair fibers and it made it like oily and matty, and I couldn't brush it out and get it to brush real nice, so I ended up having to wash her, which is fine. I mean, I do eventually wash my wigs, but I just wasn't ready to wash it yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go ahead and throw my wig cap on, and so that I can put her on and talk about the pros and cons of after having her for a whole month. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm going to try to get right into this because I don't want to make it too long of a video. So upon just looking at the wig, the color is, I like the color. I really do. However, there's no rooting in it, and the highlighting around the face is, that's a really good concept. I do like the highlighting around the face. But for me, not really knowing what this color was going to look like on me, the highlighting was just too light around the face. So it did kind of wash me out just a little bit. You know, I really like my blondes, but I guess for me, I need to stick with like the golden kind of yellowy blondes, I guess, like the golden blondes, because this like white blonde, platinum blonde is, it did kind of wash me out. The other thing that I was disappointed with when it came to this wig is that it is a partial monofilament. So, you know what a partial monofilament means is that you have, well, you know, it's like a part monofilament. So, like, you can only part it right where the side monofilament is. So, you have like this much area that you could, you know, part it. So, I mean, really, basically, you know, you just want to kind of like part it right smack dab down that center part right there. Okay, but the one thing that I did not like about this wig is that if the wind blew just right, the stitching along the side, see the stitching like all along here, how light that stitching is. So on the back side, if your hair moves a little bit and say it's windy out, because I wore this fishing, and yeah, every time the wind would blow and like if the hair moves around, you see the stitching on the top, like it's just like right there. I mean, if just a little bit of hair moves to the side, you see that thick stitching. So basically I had to check all the time to see if the hair moved, because I mean, you can see that first stitching in there. You see what I'm talking about? Like, it's literally like right here. You can see that first big weft or whatever. Honestly, I'm not even getting it in there very well. Maybe when I put it on, you'll be able to see it better. But you know what I'm talking about. It's like the whole stitching that's around that monofilament part. So that I parted the hair right smack dab down the middle so that I would have enough coverage of hair to cover this side and to cover this side. But if the wind blows and some of the little hairs along here shift or whatever, you can see this heavy stitching through the top of the wig. I mean, look, I can see it right there. You know, and I'm really short, so I'm like 5'2", so everybody can look down on my head. So if I don't feel comfortable that the weftings aren't showing or the stitching or what have you, yeah, that makes me a little self-conscious, always having to check. So that's just one con. The other con that I have with this wig was that I just must have a small head, but a lot of these like more expensive wigs, they just don't fit me right. So I had to, even with the Velcros, I didn't feel, I mean, possibly I could like make them go super tight like this and cross them over. Let's see, like this, you know, like get some extra tightness by maybe crossing them over. And but then, you know, I still just don't feel too secure, so I went ahead and I put in a comb. I put a comb in myself, and really quick I took this comb out of another wig that was an old wig that I was ready to throw away. So I took this comb out of a different wig. I did not sew it. I used the super glue gel. I'll install a picture here. And then I used 2 alligator clips to hold it in place that look like this. And then I just let it sit for 20 minutes until it was dry. And this will not come off. That's my trick. I ain't got time for sewing. So it is gel glued in there and it isn't going anywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this on real quick. Put that little comb up underneath. Get this up on my hairline. Okay, so after I washed her, she definitely bounced right back. And the fibers feel really soft after I washed her. I wore her for a few weeks, like I said, and then I ended up washing her, and she's actually feels better to me now that I've washed her. The fibers are really strange on this wig. I really can't even put my finger on how I could even explain it to you. Let me reposition my camera. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to move my camera around. Anyways, what I'm going to do is, this wig just is not for me. I definitely will be wearing it because I'm not going to pay money for something like this and then not get my money's worth out of it. So I definitely will be wearing it. I just will have to try to figure out different ways to wear it. You know, I can't even pin it up. I don't like the way it looks pinned up. I mean, because the hair is so blonde, and then with the the darker types of blonde that are mixed in with this white blonde, it almost makes me to feel like I'm pushing grandmahood or something. Like, that just doesn't look right to me. I don't care for that light. I seen it reviewed before, and I thought, oh, that would probably look good on me. It just would look like I've been out in the sun a lot, but no, I can't get used to it. So I'm gonna do a 360. Like I said, the texture to me also is kind of odd, strange. It feels a little bit better after I've washed it, but it still has like it almost came out of the box already frizzy. Like the ends were already ratty-tatty, but yet they weren't. You know, they're fresh out of the box. They can't be ratty-tatty. They just can't be. But it just is a weird texture. I don't know if it was created to be that way, and I can't. There's no way that I could show you like what I'm talking about. You'd have to actually like see it live or in person, or see it yourself, or see somebody else wearing it. But yeah, it's just a very strange texture. So there's this side, and then this side. And then here's the back, and you'll be able to see the texture really good in the back. But mind you, like I said, I just washed it and let it air dry upside down. So here's the back. All right. I'm gonna take this off, and I'm gonna show you a little comparison. Now, I'm not trying to say that these expensive wigs are just like a cheap wig and blah 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 blah. But I've often said this, and I'm gonna say it again. If I have an expensive wig, okay, and I have another wig that looks super similar, say the colors are real similar, the length is real similar, and maybe the style is real similar, you know, but your more expensive one's gonna have the monofilament top or the monofilament part, or it's gonna have a real nice lace front, and maybe your less expensive wig doesn't have all that glorified stuff. But you can kind of pass them off. So if I'm going to go camping or fishing, or I'm just going to run to Walmart and pick up some groceries, I'm not going to throw my $250 wig on or my $300 wig on. She's going to stay in the box, tucked away, safe and sound, while I wear something that I can get away with wearing just for that day or just for that moment. Or say I'm going to be home all day long and I ran out of coffee and got to run to the store and I ain't even wearing a wig today. And I may throw that cheap one on that looks like the more expensive one, because then you can save some wear and tear on your more expensive wigs. So with that being said, I am going to do a little comparison. So I paid $177 for this wig. Yes, on sale, but true cost is like $269, whatever it was I said earlier. So take a real good look at this wig. Okay, now take a good look at this wig. This is the Merle wig, now by Vivica Fox. I did a review on this wig a long time ago. I used to wear this wig all the time. I've had this wig a very long time. And look at its fibers. Okay, so I'm not saying that they're comparable to a T, because they're not. The Vivica Fox wig just has the little scratchy little fake skin part on the top. And it has the bra adjustable straps and not your nice Velcro ones. So I'm not saying that they are a perfect match, but what I am saying though is that if you have a wig that you really like, that's your expensive wig, there are always wigs out there that you can dupe for the day, or a dupe for a run to the store, or a dupe for a camping trip or something like that, so that you can save wear and tear on the $177 wig and the $40 wig. Do you understand? Yes? Anyways, I'm just messing around. Anyways, yes, so back to, let's see. Okay, back to this one. I will not be purchasing this wig again. When I find a wig that I really like and it's worth purchasing again, I will purchase again. Now, I like Raquel Welch, and I like Raquel Welch's line. And I could possibly like this wig in another color, a darker blonde. But another YouTube person that's on YouTube that really knows his stuff had said, oh, that color washes you out. And you know what? The more I've worn it, the more I think it does. It is a very pretty color. And I do love Raquel Welch's concept of having those lighter shades around the face. Yes, that is very good. But on this wig and this color, for me, no. It's a no-go. Like I said, I will continue to wear it and I will get my money's worth out of it, but I will not be repurchasing. But as far as the fibers, it's hard for me to tell whether they're holding up or not, because they just, the texture is so weird to me. And yes, it does tangle. It tangles terrible. Terrible. And the nape of the neck, I mean, I have it on for 1 hour and it's nappy up under the neck. And it's constantly combing it out, which will only eventually destroy the fibers and make the fibers ratty-tatty when they already look ratty-tatty. I don't know what it is about this wig, but it was almost as if they gave it like a weird texture. It's just a strange, weird texture. I can't put my thumb on it. But anyways, that's it for this wig. It is a nice wig. It does have a nice lace front. There's just too many cons with it for me that I will not be repurchasing. So if you have any questions about it or would like to know anything else, you can just go ahead and drop me a question in the comment box and I will answer them accordingly. Anyways, thanks for watching and have a good night. Bye.
Thank